Welcome everyone. Today we are discussing Aibuild OS, what it is, why it matters, and how it shapes the future of design and engineering. So Dagan, Salvatore, and Leonidas, thank you for joining. Let's begin with a brief introduction. Could each of you introduce yourselves and explain your role, please?
Sure. I'm Dahan, co-founder and CEO at Aibuild.
I'm Salvatore, I'm the CTO.
And I'm Leonidas, the CTIO.
And Michael, co-founder and COO. So for those hearing about it for the first time, how would you describe Aibuild OS clearly and concisely? Dagan, could you start by giving us a structured overview?
Sure. So Aibuild OS we are releasing today is a new platform that helps engineers and designers to automate some of their tasks using AI agents. It connects with the existing tools that the engineers are using, like your CAD and CAM platforms, and it operates them completely autonomously.
There are many MES systems, orchestration platforms, tools, and industrial software in the market. What differentiates Aibuild OS? Salvatore, what makes Aibuild stand apart technically and strategically?
Yeah, I think the main difference is that Aibuild OS covers the full flow, the full spectrum from design to manufacturing, so covering the full engineering process. And it closes a big gap between, in particular, design and manufacturing that is a source of a lot of time waste and efforts at the moment.
Very cool. So let's talk about real-world applications. What does actually means practically? How that is can be seen into a real-world scenario. So Leonidas, could you outline a few high-impact use cases and explain the problem Aibuild solves better?
Sure. Okay, so first of all, Aibuild OS is not tied to a specific application or industry. That's one of its main benefits, that it's kind of, process agnostic, let's say, industry agnostic even. It's like having an expert user, the agent, working for you. So you can delegate different tasks to it, and then it can automate and elevate your outputs. So if we think about specific applications, maybe I could start with the one that is our biggest expertise, that of large-scale additive manufacturing. A great benefit of the Aibuild OS is that it can handle the whole cycle of design to manufacturing. The user can upload the design, and then it can be optimized by the agent for printability and specified criteria, then passed into the Aibuild CAM, where it will slice it, finding the optimum slicing strategy, tweak the settings, and then evaluate the results and optimize them based on different quality metrics, and then finally generate the toolpath for it. One that maybe is less complex but very useful to the user is that of automating repetitive tasks, things that a user might spend hours or even days, such as cleaning up models. It's very easy now to be done with Aibuild OS. So I think that is a great boost in productivity for someone so that they can focus on what really matters. Something else is the capabilities that we're embedding about text to image and image to print. So lots of applications here. One is for creatives and hobbies that they could give a prompt to generate an image, then a 3D model for that, and then straight away 3D print it. Or for in the gaming industry that they could generate easily assets for games like that, or in architecture also assets for buildings, and even generate 3D renderings very easily by providing an image and a prompt, and then they can get a final rendered output.
This is a great integration we have done recently by the team. Salvatore, you know about it. It's really helping. We are integrating the best tools that are out there. There are great tools that do these functions, but no tool exists that combines all of these agents together, all of this technology together to make processes. So very, very good use case. Great. So let's move from theory to practice. If we were a new user logging into Aibuild for the first time, what would I see? What capabilities are immediately available? What should I expect, really? Dagan, please guide us.
Sure. So, um, of course, there is a lot of complexity in the backend, like we're talking about agents and orchestration, all of that. But I think the beauty of the product is it's very familiar. So once you log into the new Aibuild OS platform, you're greeted with this conversational AI agent, which we are all very used to by now, right? We're asking it to do things like about our business, about our life. But in this case, you quickly realize this is a conversational agent that goes way beyond just returning text. It actually executes some engineering and design tasks. And it goes all the way from like quick tasks. It could be something like, I have this design, can you close the holes like you said and clean it up a little bit? So things that would take maybe a few minutes for a human to execute. So you can do that almost like a co-pilot. But I think the real power is when you treat it more like your colleagues, right? Your digital workers that are performing long horizon tasks. And a few good examples of that is when you integrate with different simulation tools and you're setting high-level objectives for the agent and say, I want this design to pass this criteria, and keep going until you get it right. And the agent will keep running for hours and hours and then come back with a meaningful result.
Yeah. That's very interesting, actually. And we had a conversation yesterday that that creates a very generative approach, because as a human being, I want to be the orchestrator. I want to receive many options, so I have a choice. And that also comes then to the question how I can control it, how I can steer the agents towards my own preferences, and ultimately any big prime or company preferences for IP purposes or for know-how building. So what you have to say about that? I know there is the knowledge base. How does that actually work? Maybe that's one for you, Salvatore.
Yeah. So regarding the knowledge base, we refer to that as the way for the users to customize their own the product, basically. So of course we embedded a lot of knowledge already into the product, so the product is aware of all the standard practices, the best practices in the different areas. But of course every company is different, every person is different, so it could be a personal preference or it could be a company policy, and that is only something that the users will know. So using this knowledge base, the users can define their own rules, their own company policies, the processes that the system then will follow during all the conversations and during all the tasks that will manage.
So now it's a good time to talk about the architecture, the infrastructure, the behind the scenes, the security. So Salvatore, how do we ensure enterprise-grade reliability and security for everyone, for the individuals, the smaller companies, but also the enterprise primes?
Yeah, sure. We took security very seriously, in particular for this project since the beginning, since the ideation and the initial planning. The main decision we took is to ensure that the data, in particular, managed by the users and for the users are protected, is to use a single virtual machine per user. So whenever you use the software, you ask something and you upload your model or your files or your information, your data. This is managed inside a sandbox, the virtual machine. What it means is, and this machine has no internet access and is dedicated only to that conversation, only to that user. So there is no way other users share the same machine or the same disk or even the network is let's say, independent. We also have different ways to use the system. You mentioned the default one, that is the cloud version. So You go in, you sign up, don't need to have anything on your laptop, you just need a browser, and you can already start using it. So you can ask a lot of different things, and the system will automatically run the softwares for you in these virtual machines with your data protected. If you instead want to use your own softwares, like for example, you want to use your Rhino installation you have in your laptop, that is also possible. So we call it local runner mode. You can basically allow the system, the cloud agent, to control only your Rhino software using an API key that you manage, that you can revoke also whenever you want. In that way, the data stays on your laptop. The only thing that is exchanged between the cloud and your laptop are other type of information, or is not your specific proprietary data. Of course, for certain enterprises, this could be still a problem because there will still be a cloud part. For those cases, we are definitely open to discuss, and the other possibility is to install the whole system into a private server.
Which we have already done, so we have on-prem solutions. Let's now discuss about what is included on the product out of the box. So myself, let's say I'm logging in, I'm creating an account today. What I'm gonna say?
Sure. So once a user signs up, straight away they have access to a number of tools that we have integrated for the cloud version. So these are open source tools such as MeshLab, FreeCAD, Blender, and a few others. We have also integrated with a few local apps such as Rhino 3D, Fusion 360, and Blender again.
Yeah.
We'll be adding more in the coming weeks and months.
Yes.
And it's very simple also for the users to use those. They can download the connection between their machine and the Aibuild OS.
Yes.
Then this is plugged into their local installations, and then all their local arsenal is also accessed through the Aibuild OS. Yeah. And the agent can take control of their software and generate amazing results.
Do customers require additional third-party tools?
So I think like one of the unique things about the design engineering space, maybe if you compare it to something like coding, is very multimodal in nature. So you need to have very specialized tools to do images and drawings, and so it's not only text, right? So one of the things we worked really hard on is building these integrations with the third-party tools that are already very good at what they do, but also selecting and improving the models, the underlying models that are completely multimodal. So they can not only generate images and other forms of artifacts, but also they can reason about images. So one example of that is, you can think of it almost like a human, right? Like when you're in front of a CAD software, you would do something, some drawings, and then looking at the screen, you would analyze what's just happened, and then take your next actions based on what you are seeing on the screen. So this agent system works in a very similar fashion. It's constantly iterating on its own results, and it's becoming quite impactful.
Great. So availability, guys. So let's discuss it. When it's ready? Is it in a private preview, beta? How do we call it? We have different commercial models. How does it work?
So good news is it's completely available to everyone. As of today, we are making it available as a public alpha. We have already started testing the product with our existing customers. Great feedback so far, and the use cases that we are seeing across the customer base is quite diverse, and it's very easy to get started, right? So you can just sign up through our new website, and the pricing is consumption based. So we didn't want to limit it to a few users, like in the traditional CAD/CAM sense. You only pay for what you use. So depending on the complexity of the task, like if you ask for a small thing like generate an image, that will be very little number of credits. Yes. But then if you ask for a simulation, iteration, that would take hours, that would consume more credits.
The application is available to everyone. Everyone can sign up. Choose your credentials, a standard sign up, and then you choose the subscription you want depending on the amount of credits you need for your tasks. You can start very low on that and upgrade as needed. For enterprises, of course, if someone needs a different package or a kind of team package that is customized for that specific company or use case, of course, in that case, they can reach to us to discuss, and we can set up something custom for them. But in general, the application is available, self-served. There is a technical support, of course, in case there are issues, but in general, there is no specific technical skills, I would say, needed, or any dependency on other softwares or things like that for the user.
Okay, in one sentence then, what is Aibuild OS? What excites you most about it? Its future, and where do you see it positioned in 3 years, Leonida?
Well, in one sentence, I would call Aibuild OS the infrastructure layer that enables organizations to automate and elevate their engineering processes. And in terms of the future, I mean, definitely much more integrations coming. And what really excites me is the node-based architecture that can really help to amplify the capabilities, and with feedback loops, in a few steps, the user can get an optimized output for whatever they want to achieve.
The fact that the product enables people without any knowledge potentially of those kind of complex softwares, like, I don't know, Rhino, for example, just to mention one.
Rhino?
I mean, I wouldn't say I learned, but I used. That's the point, because you don't need to learn all these softwares to use them and produce results that are complex also, you know. So certain things that will take an expert, will need an expert to operate the software. Now I can also do that. I mentioned before, now we are going in public alpha, and as you say, this is the worst version of the product. It can only go better from and we already saw that since, you know, internally. From
days.
Yeah, exactly. In 1 week is already much better than before. So and as soon as we open to the users and we start getting feedback, we will for sure have ideas that we cannot think now, and that is very, very exciting.
Like, what excites me the most is what the human engineers are now spending their time on, right? Using this tool, this platform. Now they don't need to do the low-level execution, but focus more on the goals, the tasks, and the strategies, and it opens up actually completely new ways of collaboration as well. That's something we have seen a lot in software engineering. When like the agentic coding became a thing, like 6 months ago, 12 months ago, we started seeing the designers and product managers starting to produce code as well, and that kind of blurred the boundaries between the different roles. And we expect to see the same thing in the design engineering space. Now, like, there are very specialized tools, of course. Someone could be an expert in CAD, someone could be an experience in like machine operation, CAM software. And traditionally this used to be very siloed, and there was like little information exchange. But now suddenly you have access to the whole workflow. Everyone has access to all the tools. And yeah, that really excites me, seeing what the full stack builders will come up with in engineering.
So I think that was awesome. Exciting things are coming, and I know you guys are working non-stop. We are integrating one app after an app. So it's very exciting. We cannot wait to unlock engineering and make workflows more efficient for everyone. So thank you very much for that. And we are going to be doing more of those in the very near future. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.